Energy experts Jay Young and Nick Loris. Okay, first to you, Nick. It looks like the White House is looking to 2 weeks ahead. Biden draining the U.S. diesel reserves to just 25 days left, and Brian Deese says, oh, this is a problem? How could they not see that this is a problem? Inflation could go up even more right before the holidays, right? Because those prices get passed down.
Oh, absolutely. And if you look at everything that drives our supply chains, it's trucking. In fact, more than 70% of our freight moves by trucking, which relies on diesel. And more than 75% of our agricultural equipment runs on diesel. So if you add those things up, the supplies are short. The demand is still very strong. The costs are higher for consumers. And so for those looking for any type of relief from inflation, it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon.
So what do you say, Jay? I mean, Biden drained the strategic reserves more than every president since Nixon combined. Could truckers now face diesel shortages? Is this Biden's version of drain and pray? What do you say?
I don't think this is I think this is just a ploy. This is a political, I'm calling it a Ponzi scheme, somewhat of a sitting, we're going to musical chairs. It's putting a lot of oil in the market with the strategic reserves that we don't have. And all of a sudden, after the election, we're going to be looking for oil in the United States because our demand's going to be strong. We're not going to have it. We're going to be in have a huge problem coming up right after the elections.
Yeah, reports that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in private is making fun of the president. And the Saudi energy minister made a veiled threat, Nick, saying, quote, we got to make it clear losing emergency stock may become, quote, painful in the months to come. But watch Democrat Senate candidate Fetterman flip-flop on fracking. Watch this.
I do want to clarify something. You're saying tonight that you support fracking, that you've always supported fracking, but there is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
Oh, I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I do support fracking.
No, I don't support fracking at all, and I never have.
There's no such thing as a green fracker.
Okay, so he's on tape. He's never supported fracking, Nick. I mean, and by the way, former President Trump is on the move. His super PAC, Trump's super PAC, is launching new ads in Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. Despite all the probes, Trump is on the move. So, Nick, what do you say to all this?
Yeah, well, I support any action to increase energy supplies, and the more we can increase oil and gas production here at home, rather than countries who are hostile to the United States, who produce energy dirtier than the United States, is problematic. So we need more energy supplies here at home, and it is a green solution. The result of our fracking revolution in the United States has helped reduce CO2 emissions more than most countries combined. And the more we can export liquefied natural gas, can displace dirtier Russian gas. And so this is a win-win. It's good for the economy. It's good for families and businesses because it lowers prices, and it's good for the planet.
What do you say, Jay? Final word.
I agree, but I'm at a conference today in Dallas, Hart Energy Conference, and they all talked about not coming back like we normally would when prices are this high. So they're not coming back to drilling. Public companies aren't coming back. Federal government, state government, institutions, private or public companies aren't coming back. We're going to have a huge problem in the United States because we need to go back to drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, and they undercut it. Okay, Jay Young, Nick Loris, you'll be back with us. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.